Hey everyone, this is a how-to guide for making a wizard with a fresh start exception. What does that mean? It means that when they're updating, your users have to do a lot less of this.
The future has finally arrived.
With the new Fresh Start wizard, your users will never have to go through this again. When it's time for an update, they simply come to Programs, your wizard, and as you'd expect to find, your build is here, but there's also this Fresh Start folder, and they're just going to click on the Fresh Start. It says that it's going to wipe everything on this install excluding your wizard. Yes. OK, and close Kodi. When they reopen it, they have a lovely fresh copy of Kodi, except hiding away in the programs, it didn't touch your wizard, so they can simply come back here to install the very latest version of your build. As usual, a force close. When they reopen it, they've got the very late copy of your build installed on their machine. Easy as that. So before we actually make the wizard, we need to make sure that we've got some hosting to put it up onto. We're on the pin post here of the Kodi Help Make My Own Build Facebook group page, and you'll find in the pin post lots of useful information, but in here what we're looking for is the information on hosting. We recommend that you host your build on archive.org. It's just a free library service, nice and easy and very reliable for the build. And then we recommend you use freehosting.com or Hostinger. Personally, at the moment I find Hostinger to be the least buggy of these. So for this example, I'll be using Hostinger for hosting our wizard files, and as I said, Archive for putting up our actual build. You need two images for your build, an icon and a splash. The icon is the small square image that people will see when they click on anything to do with your wizard. That should be a PNG file, and it should be 256 by 256 pixels. There it is again there. And you also need the splash. That's this larger image in the background. Splash is also a .png file, and I like that to be 1920 by 1080 pixels. If you haven't made your images yet, go ahead and do that now. To edit the wizard files, you need a copy of Notepad++. You can find a link for this in the pin post or just search on Google. And most important of all, you'll need a copy of the Kodi Help Fresh Start Wizard folder from the pin post. This contains all the files you need. Once you've downloaded the Kodi Help Fresh Start Wizard folder, go ahead, open it up and have a look. First thing is you'll notice there's an icon.png and a splash.png. Those need to be your images, not our images, so you can delete the icon and the splash from here and replace them with your icon and your splash. Incidentally, if your computer isn't showing the file extensions, I find it makes it easier if it shows the PNG and so on. You can just come up the top tabs here to view, and here you've got file name extensions, and you can toggle that on and off. You see there appearing and disappearing. I find it helpful to have that turned on. So replace the icon and the splash in the folder. You'll also see that there is a wizard text. We're going to edit that. An HT access file. We're not going to edit that, but we are going to use it. And a plugin.program.yourname folder, and we are going to edit that in due course as well. In addition, there is this Fresh Start Wizard text editing guide. I've put that in there just to make life a little easier for you. That shows all of the documents that we're going to edit, for example, the add-on XML. It shows the lines in that document that we're going to edit, and by color coding, it shows the parts of those lines that we're going to edit. And sometimes, for example, the yellow shows that those need to be exactly the same. The blue, those need to be exactly the same. And the red just indicates fields that we're going to edit. The green is fields that you can optionally edit if you want to. Now you don't have to use this back and forth. You can just watch the video along and pause it as I do things and do it to your own files. But you can use this as a fallback, and if anything goes wrong, you can just run through this to check that actually everything that needs to be edited has been edited. So that Fresh Start Wizard Guide Word document there. Okay, we're ready to start making our wizard. Now, of course, our wizard is all about putting our build on somebody else's device. And since it's all about the build, let's start by uploading our build onto archive.org. This is our page here. This is what it looks like when you open it up. The account opening process is instant, very, very easy. This is our Kodi help account here. Look, and next to where it shows your account, you have an upload button. Just simply click there, and it then offers you this green upload files box. Click on here, and we can now choose files to upload. Now I've prepared my build to be uploaded. I've emptied out my packages, my thumbnails and so on as according to the pin post. I've zipped that all together, and that's what I'm going to upload now, my zipped build. That's ready to go up. Here it shows what the HTTP or the URL of our build will be. You can either, if you want, write this down, or we can come back for this later. I prefer to come back and copy and paste it so that there's little margin for error. A mandatory field here is description, but it's unimportant to us, so I just put wizard in there. And again, subject tags is mandatory but unimportant to us, so again I just put wizard in there. And then down the bottom here, look, upload and create your item. This screen means that your upload was successful and everything's ready to go. What I like to do now is just leave this window of the browser open, and we can come back and copy and paste that URL for our build into the wizard where we need to paste it when we're ready. Once we've uploaded our build, we're ready to start on our wizard. So in the Kodi Fresh Start Wizard folder that you downloaded, you'll see that we have got the htaccess file, the icon and the splash. We're now going to upload those to our hosting website. Might be free hosting that you're using, might be hosting, or might be another one. They're all very, very similar in the way they work. Obviously, I can only demonstrate one here, and that is Hostinger. So once I'm logged in, I go here to hosting and down to my account. That brings up my control panel, and I scroll down here until I find File Manager. It's called File Manager 2 on this one. It might be called File Manager on yours. It's all the same thing. Click on that, and that should show up our root directory. Now in your root you generally have various other files and folders, and you could ignore all of those. It is the public HTML that we're interested in. So we open that one up, and sometimes depending on which file hosting site you're using, there may be a couple of files inside there. Just leave them as they are because they're just on the way that the indexing of the site works. It's completely unimportant. So now I am in kodihelp.esy.es. That's my public HTML, and I like to make a new folder here, or a new directory, to put all of my wizard files in, and I am just going to keep it nice and simple and call that Kodi Help, the same as my wizard. I tick on here, click on this tick here and back, and now if I go to my root and then to my public HTML folder, you'll see that I've now got a Kodi Help folder that's empty and ready for me to upload some things into. And so I'm now going to click on Upload, and it's going to say that I can browse from my computer. Sometimes on different computers and different hosting sites it says something different to browse, but it all means the same thing. And here we go, and I can go up to desktop now, find my Kodi Help Fresh Start Wizard folder, and I'm going to upload first my htaccess file. So once that's entered in here, I can click this tick. It says that it's checking, and now I need to click to upload it to my directory, and that's that uploaded. Now I can add another. Again, browse. Now I'm going to upload my icon, so open, and I can tick here, upload to directory. Checking file is okay, tick again. And now browse, and finally the splash, open, tick to upload to directory. Took a little while there, and tick again. And now when I go back, you can see here now in my public HTML and my subdirectory, which is Kodi help, I've now got my htaccess file, my icon and my splash. And so now we're ready to actually start editing some of the wizarding files. So we've uploaded the htaccess file, the icon and the splash.pngs. Now we're going to have a look at the wizard.txt file. If we've installed Notepad++ properly, we should simply be able to right click on any of these files here, and we get this option to edit with Notepad++. So again, right click on wizard.txt and select edit with Notepad++. And you see that it's a very, very simple document. Line 1 should be blank. Line 2 should be the name of your build. That's actually your build. So mine in this case is Kodi help. The URL of your build. Now, if you remember, we left this window open in archive.org. We're going to come down here to where it says zip, and we're going to right click, and you see here copy link location. Click on that. So that's right click on zip, copy link location, come back across to our wizard.txt file, and we're going to go inside these inverted commas. So highlight this, your URL, and here right click and paste. And you see that there has put in now the address at archive.org of our build. Image is the icon file. So you see here where it says URL, just highlight URL. So it's http:// This is your public HTML. So ours in this case is Kodi help.esy.es and /icon.png. And again for the splash, so we're going to highlight that URL. We leave the http:// and again my public HTML is Kodi help.esy.es and it's /splash.png at the end there, as you can see. That is all we need to do to the wizard.txt file. So we can now save that and we're going to upload it. So back to those here, and we are going to make sure that we're in the right place. So we're in our public HTML in that subdirectory Kodi help. Here's our htaccess, our icon and our splash. And we're now going to click on upload again, browse computer, and we're going to find that wizard text open on that. Give it a tick, say that we're uploading. It's checking files, upload directory, yes. And now when we go back to the directory, you'll see we've now got the htaccess, the icon, the splash, and the wizard.txt. The only thing we've got left to do now is edit and upload the actual wizard program itself, the plugin.program.yourname. So let's go ahead and do that now. To edit the program itself, we're going to come back to our Kodi help fresh start wizard folder. And we can see here the wizard text. We've done that and uploaded it. We've edited a splash and uploaded it, edited an icon and uploaded it. We've uploaded the htaccess file. The fresh start wizard text editing guide. I've still got that open in the background here. Look, I use it to refer to sometimes. I won't on this video, but certainly use yours if you feel that you need to. And then we've got at the top here the actual program itself. That's the plugin.program, and at the moment that says your name. Now just to show you how that Word document works, it says here, look, don't forget to change the name of the folder plugin.program.yourname. Your name is in yellow, and it's important that anywhere that we've got that plugin.video your name, and again here, that it remains the same. That's why they're in yellow. They all need to remain the same as each other, just for reference if you need it. So let's go ahead and start to edit. Plugin.program, where it says your name, that's going to be the name of your wizard. We're not putting the name of your build anywhere here. My wizard and my build have the same name, just to keep it simple. So I'm putting here Kodi help. You should edit that now to contain the name of your wizard. And then we're going to delve into that folder itself. And there are 3 files here that we're going to edit. Don't be too alarmed by seeing all of this. We're going to edit the add-on XML, the default.py or Python file, and the downloader.py. Now I find it easiest to open them all up so that we can refer back and forth. So right click on Add-on XML and click on Edit with Notepad++. And there you go, you see that one's open. Now if you just minimize Notepad, come to default.py, right click and Edit with Notepad. You notice here now, look, we've got both of those documents to play with in Notepad++. And then finally the downloader.py and Edit with Notepad++. That's all three documents that we need. Starting with the add-on, we've got a couple of things to edit here. First in line 2, look, line 1 is just telling it that it's a certain type of program and so on. Line 2 tells it, look, this is the ID, it's plugin.program.yourname. Remember, that needs to be exactly the same as was the name of the folder. So for me, that is just all lowercase, no spaces, Kodi help. Put your wizard name in there. Now the name of your wizard, this can be presented any way you like. So I'm going to call this one Kodi help wizard, and you notice I'm using spaces, capitals, whatever you like. Now if you've had a wizard before, you might have been changing the version. Remember, this wizard is going to live on somebody's build. Every time they fresh start, this just stays there. It gets excluded from the fresh start. So there's no point changing the version of this because it's just going to live there forever. So just leave that alone. And then provider name is showing here as Kodi help. If you want to, you can put your own name there, or you can leave credit to the Kodi help group for the wizard and leave that name in there. That's entirely up to you whether you edit that or not. Line 3 doesn't need anything. In fact, we're not going to need anything until we come down to line 10. And this is a summary. So this is what's going to show up when you open the wizard program in Kodi itself. You can put anything you like as a summary here. Welcome to Johnny's build, blah, 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 blah. You can say this is going to make your Kodi experience fantastic. It's just a summary of what your build and what your wizard are doing. So mine is just saying welcome to the Kodi help wizard is what it's going to say. Now, I suggest you just pause the video for a minute and have a think. There's no point you rushing in what you're going to put into these fields. Make sure it's nice and personal and suits you, and just resume the video when you're ready. The same with the description. This is just a bigger description. In my description, I tend to write a little bit about what's in the build, and also I give credit to some of the people that have helped me build things in the past. But again, it's your description. It's entirely up to you. So just take your time, pause the video and type in there whatever you want to type. Just remember, both, look here in the summary, it is that area between the inverted arrows that you're editing, leaving those arrows, and again here for the description, this text here in between. It can be as long as you want. It doesn't wrap around. This will just go on and on and on and on off the edge of your screen, and there'll be a bar down here that you can slide back and forth to view it. And then underneath that there is a disclaimer. I don't have a disclaimer, so for me I just put for help and support, visit www.yourwebsite. Kodi help doesn't have a website, but if it did, then I would type Kodi help in there. But that disclaimer, you can put anything you like, you can leave it blank, but just once again remember just the area in between those arrows. And that is our add-on XML edited. So we can now go up here, this little disk logo, and save it. There's no reason to close it, we can leave it open, but just click on the next one, which is our default.py or default.python file. At the top here is just some information that goes into Kodi. The first thing that we're going to have a look at here is line 15, the base. Don't worry about what base means or anything. We're just going to edit the area in between the inverted commas. As you can see, I've got your wizard name there, so I'm just going to type in Kodi help wizard into that field. It can be upper or lowercase, it doesn't matter. Line 16, plugin.program.yourname. Now remember, this needs to read the same as the name that we made on our folder, and also the name that I believe we put in here, plugin.program.kodi help. This needs to read exactly the same, plugin.program.lowercase Kodi help. Again, obviously that's your name, not our name that you're editing. Make sure you leave that inverted comma afterwards. Okay. I've just spotted a little bit of personal there, but that's okay. Version, that needs to be the same as the version that shows in here. Again, I don't suggest you edit it because it's just going to live forever in somebody's build now, but if you do edit this version in the add-on XML, then you need to make sure that this version here in the default PY remains the same. And again, just to show you in that Word document, look, there it is. That's a blue field and that's a blue field in the add-on and the default because they need to be the same. So the path, that actually doesn't mean anything particularly to us, so you can put anything you like in there. Again, I'm just going to put that it's the Kodi help wizard. Okay, look, line 26, there's that magic file again, and this one is important because this is the exclude command for the fresh start. If we don't get this one right, our wizard won't be excluded by the fresh start. So again, plugin .program, exactly the same as you wrote it before. In my case, Kodi help, no spaces, no capitals. Okay, that's line 26. Now we need to have a look at line 31. You can see here, nothing too much of consequence, anything here, but most importantly, this default file holds the information to where the wizard text is so that it can go off and ask the wizard text, where's the build, where's the icon, where's the splash? And the information for that is here, look. So we need to be absolutely sure that we put in the URL of our wizard text file correctly. Again, make sure you stay inside those inverted commas. Now my public HTML is kodihelp.esy.es, I believe. kodihelp.esy.es. And I've made a subfolder inside my public HTML called Kodi help, or a subdirectory as it's called on Hostinger. So I need to make sure that here I put http://kodihelp.esy.es/Kodi help. Sorry, let me just break that down for you again. That's my public HTML. http://kodihelp.esy.es/ / for my subdirectory, which is also called Kodi help, / again, and then the name of the file, which if you've done it the same as me is wizard.txt. So here, wizard.txt, and that's done. Again, we're scrolling down. There's nothing here that we need to worry about. Nothing here that we need to worry about until we get to line 52. This is the message that will show up when the wizard is actually downloading your build. So your wizard name here, obviously I'm putting here, you can do it in caps, you can do it in lowercase, whatever you like. Mine I'm putting all in caps. Kodi help wizard. This is line 52. Now on the Word document it shows this area here and this area here in green as optional, but actually guys, it's very, very rare that you notice it even when somebody's downloading your build. So you can change these two fields here if you like, but they're probably not going to show up for your users. Okay, nothing here to edit until we get down to line 61, which is extracting your Kodi setup now. Please wait. And you can put in here, if you like, the name of your build or the name of your wizard. So I'm going to put in here extracting Kodi help now. You could put extracting John's wizard, you could put extracting Samantha's build, whatever you like to put there, you can put there. So that's line 61. And then we're going all the way down now. There's very little else here. These are just some of the instructions that flash up about having to force close, about maybe forcing close Kodi, maybe having to unplug. Just keep scrolling all the way down to line 53. And you'll see in that Word document that line 53 is incomplete in the Word document because it's a walloping great big line. And you can see here what I was talking about. It doesn't wrap around. It goes on and on and off the screen, and you can use this bar at the bottom to scroll back and forwards. But actually what we're looking for here is that it's a message that comes up at the end when somebody clicks on Fresh Start. It says, are you sure you want to wipe this install? All add-ons excluding your wizard name will be completely wiped. So all add-ons excluding, and where it says your wizard name, guess what you're going to put? Your wizard name. So Kodi help wizard. All add-ons excluding your wizard name will be completely wiped. And that is all that we need to edit in the default PY. So again, I'm going to click the save icon and we'll move on to the downloader.py file. And there's only 2 lines in this one, and then we're done. And you can see them, they stand out quite clearly here, actually, your wizard name at line 24 and line 33, your wizard name. So again, it doesn't matter if it's in caps or not, however you want to do it. I generally work in caps, so Kodi help wizard in that field, and down here as well, stay inside those inverted commas, always, always, always. Kodi help wizard. There we go, that's those 2 fields in this one, and we can now click save. Now at this point, once you're doing this, I strongly suggest before you start zipping and uploading things that you just use this Word document, check through your add-on XML, check through your default PY, check through your downloader, make sure the fields like the yellows all need to be the same, the blues need to be the same, and that you've edited the red section in all of the lines that are listed. Just to double check before we actually go ahead and do things, but since I've been using that as I go along, I'm quite happy that I'm ready to go. So again, I'm just going to go through, look, and click on add-on XML, make sure that that disk can't be clicked on, so it is saved. Again, the default PY and the downloader, they are saved, so I can now just go ahead and close down Notepad++. And that is our plugin.program.yourname, in this case Kodi help, all edited. And now we just need to zip it. So very simply, I right click on plugin.program.yourname as you've named it, and come down to send to compressed or zipped folder and click on that. It's almost instant, and there we have our wizard program zipped and ready to upload. To upload it, we're just going to go back to our hosting site, make sure that we're in the right place. This is our public HTML / our subdirectory, in this case Kodi help, and check our other files, the htaccess icon, splash and wizard text are all there, and we can just click on upload now, browse our computer, and there is the plugin.program.kodi help or your name.zip. Click on that, click on open, and give the wee tick a little tick. It says that it's checking files. Do I want to upload to directory? I click on yes, and if I go back now, there we have the plugin.program.kodihelp.zip in place and ready to go. Now there is one check I do before I try and run this wizard that I advise everybody else does as well, and that is to make sure that all of those files are visible through normal internet protocol. So I go to my browser, click on here, and I'm simply going to click in http://kodihelp.esy.es, that's my public HTML, /Kodi help, that was my subdirectory folder, hit enter, and there we go. Look, there's my index of Kodi help. So the parent directory is up above, but I've got the htaccess, the icon, the plugin.program.kodihelp zip, the splash PNG, and the wizard. And you can actually, if you want, you can click on those and view them. All of them except the zip file, because obviously it's up online. You can't view a zip file online. So that's all working. We're ready to go and test that in Kodi now to see if our wizarding has wizarded. The moment of truth now. Why do I feel so nervous? We're going to go to System, File Manager. This will be the last time your users ever have to do it this old-fashioned way. Click on Add Source, and at the top here, we're entering a path. And the path, as you know, is your public HTML, so http:// in my case, Kodi help .esy.es. And the reason I like to have that subdirectory, as well as keeping it nice and tidy and separate from the files that might come with your hosting service, that we made that subdirectory Kodi help, is that when you get that / and Kodi help there and you click done here, it actually adds it down in this bottom area here, which makes it nice and easy for your users. And of course, if it's there, also when they come to settings and add-ons and go install from zip, it's already named there, Kodi help, or the name of your wizard. So we're just going to click on that, install the wizard, excuse me. Wait for that add-on enabled, there we go. Go to my add-ons, program add-ons, Kodi help wizard. Just here very quickly, look, you can see the name of the author, the version number, that summary that we've edited, the description and the disclaimer, just so you understand where those fields appear. Click on open, and we've got our build and the fresh start function. So we click on our build and it downloads. Simple as that. Force close Kodi, reopen Kodi, and there's our build all installed. And just to check that it works, if you like, we'll go to the wizard, click on the fresh start function, shut Kodi down, and when we open it up we should have a nice empty version of Kodi, but hiding away in the programs is your wizard ready to install your build all over again. Fantastic. We hope that you found this video useful. Don't forget that you can find the files that you need attached to the pin post of the Kodi Help Make My Own Build Facebook group page. And if you find that you have any questions as you progress through the process, just post them up on the wall of the group and you'll find that there'll be somebody there who can help you out. There are a few of these video tutorials floating around on the internet. I think we've all probably wasted a few hours of our life trying to get some of them to work that just wouldn't work. We've tested this one, we're absolutely confident that it works. There's always room for improvement on the tutorial side, of course, so we welcome your feedback on that. But we do ask one thing. It's much easier for us as admins of the group to help you with any problems if you're using our setup. So please don't try and transfer across the files that you've downloaded from some other wizard, try and interchange things. Just follow this video through, download the files that go with it, have a fresh start with your wizard, and make a fresh start wizard. Thanks very much for watching. The next section of this video is for users who already have a fully functional wizard up and running with users and simply want to upgrade from a standard wizard to include the fresh start exclusion in their wizard. If you haven't got a wizard yet, if you've just watched this video and you haven't started making one, if you have made one and it's not working properly, this next section is not for you. Please stop watching now. So for those of you already using a wizard, just wanting to upgrade it so that it has the fresh start function, it's actually very easy. You can keep a lot of what you've got in place already. Simply what you need is the plugin.program.yourname folder. So go ahead and download the documents the same as everybody else has from the pinned post. It's the Kodi Help Fresh Start Wizard folder that you're wanting to download. Open that up and you'll find inside of it the following items. You've got the wizard text, the splash, the icon, the HT access. You have already got all of those things in place, so you don't need to do anything with them at all. It's the plugin.program.yourname. So go through and edit this as the video shows, and at that point of the video starts at 13 minutes and 20 seconds and finishes at about 27 minutes. So you're just going to open that one up. You're going to replace this icon here with your icon. You're going to edit the add-on XML, the default PY and the downloader PY as according to that video. Most importantly, in about the 21st minute of the video, minute 21, whilst I'm editing the default PY, we get to this point here, line 31. This is the address of the text file, and all you need to do is put in the address of your existing text file into here. That's the only change that you need to make to that to that document. So just to run through that again, replace the icon, make sure that you have renamed the plugin.program your name, edited exactly as I describe in the video, and then when you've finished editing it all, just send to and zip it up, and then upload this into your current file hosting website. As you saw in the video, I was using Hostinger, so this is my Hostinger account. Your HD access is already in place, your icon is in place, your splash is in place, your wizard text is in place. So you're just going to be in essence replacing the wizard plugin that's here. If your new one and your old one have the same one, what I would advise is that you just, whatever system your host uses, rename this one. So in this case I would put a tick in that box there and come over here to rename, and I would just put perhaps a 1 after the wizard name or something like that. Save that and go back. When you come back to your directory, you'll see now that your plugin.program.yourname Kodi help has got that 1 after it. That's successfully renamed. So now you're ready to simply upload the version of the wizard that you have just edited. So browse your computer. Here in this case, that's my new plugin. I'm just going to upload that now. Just having a little think about it. There we go. Confirm adding it to directory and go back. And so now you can see here that I've got my old wizard program file, the plugin, that's got the 1 after it, and the new one that hasn't. Yours might have completely different names. It's up to you how you do that part. What that means is that when you come and open up Kodi and you go here to system, because what we want to do now is test that the new wizard is working with all of the rest of your old files. So when you go add source and enter your URL in here, and then we go to settings, add-ons, and as you know, install from zip. When we select your source, you should see both of those zip files here now. There we go. That one that we renamed with the 1, that is the old wizard, and the one that we haven't renamed, that's the new one that you've just uploaded now. So you just want to click on that, check that it installs properly. That means that you've edited the document itself properly. The add-on XML, the default PY, and the downloader. There we go, that's worked fine for me. I can now go to Program Add-ons. There it is sitting there. Make sure that that's all working. Open it up and make sure that it installs your build properly. And there we go, there's my build coming down now. Okay, force close Kodi for a minute, doesn't take long on the computer. Open it up, check that that's my build there properly. Even if you like, you can go into programs, find the wizard, there it is, and just make sure that you've got the fresh start function. You can even test that if you like. Once you're happy that everything is all up and running, all that leaves you to do is, when you're absolutely sure it's working, go back to your file hosting website, choose the old wizard, make sure it's the old one you choose, and get rid of it. And you now have, with very little work at all, that new wizard including the fresh start exclusion function.